Hi, I'm Stu. And the winter up north, it kind of sucks. Especially after you've been living down in Mexico for the last year. And with the newborn, I wanted her to be able to enjoy the outside. And so that's why we moved here, to sunny Tampa, Florida. Now, I didn't know anything about the area, so I reached out to someone who knows more about Tampa than anyone I know. Adam Morejon is a real estate agent, and he also runs a YouTube channel all about Tampa. So I decided to give him a call and pick his brain about what neighborhood would be best for us. And let me tell you, he did not lead us astray. Ultimately, he talked us into the Hyde Park area, which is a very residential but historic area of Tampa. Most of the houses here are what they call bungalows, which were built in the early 1900s. But man, those houses along the water on the beautiful Bayshore Boulevard are sick. But we're not in one of those. We're here. Still great though. One of the great things about the Hyde Park area is that it's just off a main strip called South Howard, or SoHo for short. And this is where a lot of the great bars and restaurants are. And they're all walking distance. That's priority number one. So here are some of my favorite spots in the very hip and lively SoHo area of Tampa. If you want a great breakfast, or brunch if you're lazy in the mornings like me, then come to Daily Eats. It's the only spot in the neighborhood that has breakfast every day of the week, and then also until 3 p.m. Their signature dish is the Captain Crunch French toast, but they also have a great selection of Eggs Benedicts, including my favorite, the Gobbler, which is served over a turkey and potato hash. Daily Eats crushes it, and it's my pick for the best breakfast or brunch in SoHo. In an area where almost every restaurant is corporate owned, Bella's has been family owned and operated for over 35 years. So it's been around a lot longer than most of the other places. And the clientele, well, let's just say they've been around a lot longer too. That was an old people joke. But seriously, this place is a local favorite. And if you come between 3 and 6 p.m. for happy hour, you can get discounted wine, $6 bar pizza, and even $7 shrimp scampi. But the place that has been the staple of this neighborhood since 1956 is Famous Steakhouse. It was started by Bern and Gert Laxer when they were planning on moving to California, but ran out of money while visiting his aunt here in Tampa. So they stayed. And that might be a bigger victory for Tampa Bay than luring away Tom Brady for a Super Bowl win. Because now, Bern's is probably the most famous restaurant in all of Tampa. And on any given night in the valet parking lot, you can find luxury cars, sports cars, or even limos as people travel from all over to celebrate special occasions here. In addition to the dining room, where they serve their steaks that have been dry aged in-house for 5 to 8 weeks, they also have a special dessert room, and you can make a reservation for just there if you'd like. That's my girlfriend's favorite spot. Not a cheap date, but a cheaper date. Now, if you've seen any of my past videos, you probably know by now that I don't usually just go home after dinner. Although I probably should now that I got a kid, but she's with mom, and even though it's not that late, she's probably already in bed. So I got a free pass. And that's great because my favorite spot in this entire SoHo neighborhood is right here behind this door. It's called Ciro's, and it's a speakeasy. In addition to a great atmosphere and bartenders that definitely know their cocktails, it's also got some great food. And you need a password for admission. So before you come, call up, make a reservation and get the password before you come and knock on the door. I'm Stu, and those are just some of my favorite spots in my brand new neighborhood in the area called SoHo in Tampa, Florida.